Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching and truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled 45% of American households experiencing financial hardship. Lord will, you are edified. My source is Natural News, and this article is entitled 45% of American households experiencing financial hardship thanks to Biden era inflation. This article was published December 6, 2021. With holiday shopping in full swing and temperatures dropping, 45% of American households are reporting financial hardship linked to recent inflation. And inflation promotes what? Prices continuing to go upward. Meanwhile, the purchasing power of the dollar decreases. Therefore, it takes more money to get our necessities. This is according to a new Gallup poll that was carried out in November. Respondents were asked whether recent price increases had led to financial hardship for their household. If so, they were asked whether that hardship was severe, defined as affecting their ability to maintain their current standard of living, or moderate, affecting them somewhat, but not jeopardizing their current standard of living. In the poll, not surprisingly, it was lower income households that were the most impacted by the price rises. And it's safe to say that these lower income are Jake, so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Americans. Okay? Due to the curses. Deuteronomy 28:15. But it shall come to pass, if you will not listen or hearken unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh your power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon you and overtake you. Verse 17. Cursed shall be your basket, referring to your wallet, your bank accounts, your checking account, your savings account, your 401k. All right? The reason why you invest in your checking and savings account and therefore have to withdraw from it is because of these curses. And thy store, meaning what? Your businesses. Okay? And also, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh is using this financial hardship / inflation to exercise this curse. Okay. Verse 43. Deuteronomy 28:43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. To be classified as the lower income household is an example of being brought down very low. With 71% of people who live in a household that earn less than $40,000 a year reporting that recent price increases have led to financial hardship. 47% of middle income households and 29% of upper income households said the same. Okay, so it's going across the board. And you have a lot of Jake in the middle class household classification. Okay. Um, In addition, lower income households were more likely to describe their hardship as severe, with 28% saying that it affects their ability to maintain their standard of living. Another group that is feeling the impact is less educated Americans, with 54% of American adults without a college degree reporting that price rises have caused financial hardships for their families. Just 30% of people with a college degree said the same. No end to price increases in sight. Unfortunately, rising prices are only expected to continue, which means that future polls will likely find more and more Americans reporting financial hardship. Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. Keepers, referring to your economists, okay? And the strong men, rich men, shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Meaning what? This is an example of no future. Case in point, no end to price increases in sight. Unfortunately, rising prices are only expected to continue, which means that future polls will likely find more and more Americans reporting financial hardship. The Bureau of Labor Statistics reports that the Consumer Price Index in October rose by 6.2% over the last year, which marked the biggest consumer goods price hike in more than 30 years. Meanwhile, the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations reported that global food prices hit their highest level since June of 2011, with the prices of many commonly traded food commodities up by 27.3% this November over the previous November. Moody's Analytics chief economist Mark Zandi told the New York Post just how much these price increases have been impacting American families, saying for households earning the U.S. median annual income of about $70,000, the current inflation rate has forced them to spend another $175 a month on food, fuel, and housing. He equated that to a full electric, cell phone, or grocery bill, it amounts to $2,100 per year. Ground beef prices have risen 12% in the past year. Some of the specific foods that have seen big price hikes include a half gallon of 2% store brand milk, which has gone up by 74%, Slovakia 74 cents, and a 12 pack of Coca-Cola, which has seen a price hike of $1.50. Energy prices are also rising up 25% compared to a year ago. Some electricity providers have already warned customers to expect higher bills this winter. So it's going down. Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because there are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, no future. All right? And this bad time will continue to develop. Why? Because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is bringing judgment, not only in America, but unto the entire world. Okay? This is Isaiah 34:16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord Yahweh by Shem Yahushua and read. No one of these shall fail, meaning what? These prophecies. None shall want her mate, for my mouth it have commanded, and his spirit it have gathered them. The focal point. No one or none of these shall fail, referring to the prophecies. Okay? Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. Okay, of thy times. This is all we need. Okay? This is all we need. So there's no need to bug out. We must continue to prep from a spiritual standpoint. Build up our faith. All right? So we can build up our spirit, because we are coming into some very, very, very dark times. However, we have everything we need to attain salvation if we are the hopeful elect. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times and strength of salvation. So this word is the strength of our salvation. There's no need to bug out. All right? We have the blueprint. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is his treasure. And at the same time, we must fear the Most High. If you fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, you or I would do what's required. This is John 14 and verse 18. And this is Yahushua speaking, I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. And that's the point. And Yahushua comes to us, all right, when we open up the book, referring to the Holy Scriptures. Lord, will you edify? Shalom.